Hi, everybody. New tech. You know, what can I say? Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I'm here. My name is Darlene. I am with Featherweight Doctor here in Sandpoint, Idaho. I am pulling up comments on my new piece of software here. I hope everybody's had a great week. It's hump day. It's hump day. This is my Wednesday show. Tonight we are doing our Monday content, which is called Ask the Doctor. It's where viewers send in questions on the Singer Featherweight and quilting. This question comes to us from a question I got over the weekend at my new beginning machine quilting class that started. Hi, Debbie. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about threads, needles, and battings tonight. What is, what the featherweight prefers, what it doesn't. I'm going to say hi to a couple friends, and then we're going to get started. So I see Jennifer's on from Nevada. Hi, Jennifer. Franny's on. Mary is on. Missy Fisher's on. Sorry. Mel's on. Hi, Glory Ann. Becky's on from Kennydale. Odie is on from Oregon. Hi, Angel from Houston. I am loving this new software. I see Polly's on from the UK. Megan Swan is on from Oregon. Thanks for saying hi. Linda's on from Tennessee. Mary's saying she missed me on Monday. I did pop on very last minute yesterday to try some new tech that we're instituting here at Featherweight Doctor. Hi, everybody. For those of you who are keeping Darlene's Band-Aid count for the month, cuticle infection 1, Darlene 0. Someone's going to comment on the Band-Aid. I thought I would just... Nancy says she's freezing. Send me your hat. Was it 4 degrees in Phoenix Valley this morning? Okay, then I get to keep the hat. No haircut yet, Kay. Hair is coming in the next couple weeks. Hi, Beth from Minnesota. Thanks for saying hi. And Bonnie's on from Illinois. Yes, I had McDonald's for lunch today. Y'all, it was that kind of day. So, my brand new long arm decided to we had a kerfuffle this morning with it. We had a power hiccup and I was in the middle. Hi, Kathy. Angel says it's 44 in Houston. Good Lord. Oh, and in Nevada. Looks like everybody's getting a cold snap. So anyway, the machine was midline and we had a brief power outage, and I had a kitten because the machine was running, and thank goodness thanks, Linda. She says no judging because of the McDonald's for lunch. Franny says she's sitting here hand stitching a binding on a quilt for our quilt show coming up. So I will probably be really... Okay. Well, Franny, that will be a first if you're really good today. Just kidding. Judy P says, too hot here. Wait, what? Oh, yes, I bet it is cold in North Dakota because you're even colder than we are, Rhonda. So anyway, machine's fine. I thought I was going to have to spend 3 hours picking out a line of quilting. I did not. I figured out my tech. Why is it? So when technology works, it is dreamy. But when it's not working, it causes me serious anxiety, like serious anxiety. So I'm just not, that's not my gift. That's not my gift. Sunny, your booth was spectacular. Y'all, if you do not follow Sunny Moon on Insta, I highly recommend it. She does specially cultivated, wallets and packages to conceal feminine products for young ladies. She makes it cool, and she's at some show right now, and her booth is spectacular. Way to go, babe. Way to go. Reagan's like, Mom, did you see Sunny's post? I'm like, no, but now I have to see it. Oh, Polly gave to the McDonald's too. Okay, this is why you're my people. Oh, Judy, you're down in Florida. I was like, it is not close to 90 in New Hampshire. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. If it's a snow blizzard day, that means that that is a so day, right, guys? So cold weather is not necessarily a bad thing. So tonight's content. I get asked a lot about battings and needles and threads. Because let's face it, if you're going to talk about battings and needles, you have to talk about thread. Because thread dictates needle size. Battings are very subjective. You can use a polyester or a cotton batting. They do have very specific looks. Yes, Peggy Morrison. Band-Aid. Cuticle infection 1, Darlene 0. And I am supposed to get my Valentine's Day nails fixed on Friday, so my manicurist is going to have a fit with me. Sorry. Polly says we had no power after getting flooded, so McDonald's came to the rescue. I can't even say it was that spectacular for me, Polly. I wanted a cheeseburger. Reagan really likes the chicken nuggies, so she had her chicken nuggies. Mary, I don't know how you see both Facebook and YouTube comments in the same. I think this is specific to my technology that I now get the luxury of not having to have 2 feeds up. But I think you would have to be dialed into both in order to see it. Rhonda, I didn't know that there was a shortage. Is there a shortage in getting? No, not that I know of. I was able to order some today without any problems. They'll be here in a few days. Sunny. Oh, you are so sweet. Wait, what was this? Oh, hold on. Oh, no, I can scroll back. Gotta put people at ease when selling taboo products. I agree. I wish they had something like that when I was a young lady. That's awesome. In George's in Maryland was 71 degrees today. What? Yes, Judy P. You just enjoy that Florida sunshine. Oh, Missy, I do need a Dick's Burger. For those of you who live in the Pacific Northwest, you know a Dick's Burger. It's a drive-in. They are phenomenal. They're way better than McDonald's cheeseburgers. All right, so in the shop, we carry Aurifil. Aurifil is my favorite because it's a 50-weight cotton thread. It's rather low lint, and the Featherweight loves Aurifil thread. There is a stigmatism, though, with Aurifil thread because it's a cross-wound spool. And as long as you're using a thread stand so that the thread comes straight off the spool and it doesn't unwind, then you don't have a problem with Aurifil. So for cotton threads, I like Aurifil. For polyester threads, I like the So Fine 50 weight spools, and they are made by Superior, and they come in like every color in the rainbow. So if you're using a 50 weight thread, then, what does it say? I told her already. A 50 weight thread, then I recommend using the Schmetz quilting needle. 7511 in particular. If you have a 50 weight thread is actually a rather fine thread. The higher the number on the thread, the thinner it gets. It's kind of like tail backwards. So if you have like a 30 weight thread, it's actually thicker than your 50 weight thread. If you have a hi Kathy. If you have a 30 weight thread, you would want to do more like an 80-12 needle or a 90-14, which is basically like a denim weight for heavier things. So anyway, that's the threads to the needles. I prefer the Schmetz quilting needles. You can use any needle, but you have to make sure that it is for cotton fabric. We carry Microtex needles here in the store too, but that's for stretchy things. You don't want to use that on a cotton. It's not good. All right, so for battings, This is the warm batting, a warm and natural. It's 100% cotton batting. As you can see, it's not super fluffy. It's what I would call a lower loft batting. The reason why I like to use cotton battings in my quilting is I like heavy quilts, and cotton battings are heavier. So when I slip into bed at night, I like feeling the weight of my quilts. And this time of year, each bed in the house has multiple quilts piled up, so it's nice and weighted, almost, not quite, but almost like a weighted blanket. There is batting specifications on with every batting. So if you're curious in terms of how tightly or densely you need to put your quilting for utilitarian purposes, cotton batting will serve you better than polyester. Cotton battings in general can be quilted more open. So for instance, I know Warm Company in particular has their warm and natural, the batting specification is every 8 to 10 inches. You need a line of quilting, and that's for structural integrity through laundering. So if you are trying to whip out a quilt real quick and you just need to get it done, and the end person is not going to care whether, they don't know how to thread a needle, so they're just going to be thrilled with anything you give them, then you can basically just stitch in the ditch as long as your blocks are smaller than 8 inches. So what that means is you don't have to do such an intricate quilting job on the inside of the quilt. It launders really well. Another reason why I like to have it on my bed. Our beds in our home, Mel says, lots of quilts, a little weighty, is comforting in any climate. It's true. Mary's asking about bamboo. So there is a company called Quilter's Dream. It's basically the East Coast company, and Warm Company is a West Coast company. So I have used Quilter's Dream products in the past, and I love them all. They do a really good job with blends. So for instance, the bamboo blend is called the Orient as the Quilter's Dream line, and I have used it in some wall hangings. It's splendid. It feels like a cashmere sweater as it's rolling into the long arm, and so it has a really nice weight and thickness to it, and it doesn't pill, which is also really important. We don't want to use an inexpensive batting that's going to pill through our really expensive, nice fabrics. So cotton is the one that we prefer in my home. Now, polyester, I think, gets a little bit of the short end of the stick. Polyester, you can see it's a little thicker. I would call it loftier. Polyester is more of, for me anyway, a batting that I use on wall hangings. Specifically because a loftier batting makes your quilting stitches stand out that much more. And it really is, for those of us that are more on like the expert level of quilting, I like my stitches to really kind of be the hero of the quilt when I'm doing stuff for myself. And in particular on wall hangings that won't get a lot of laundering, maybe through the tumble dry to get the dust off of it every once in a while. So I like to use polyester battings on my wall hangings. Now, polyester, like as a general rule of thumb, it needs to be quilted every 4 to 8 inches of quilting. 4 to 6 inches of space. So it obviously needs to be quilted denser than cotton batting, and you also have to keep that in mind. So Mary's asking about wool batting. So wool battings, I once went into a long arm shop, I'll never forget this, and I was looking for a black batting for a client. It was a Robert Kaufman line, and it was predominantly dark fabrics, and so I thought I would try for the first time a black batting. And he asked me whether I wanted wool or cotton black batting, and I said I wanted a cotton batting, and he goes, I thought you called yourself a long armor. You're not a real long armor unless you have wool quilts on your bed. And I thought, really, dude? But so I have tried some wool battings. They're definitely Wool is definitely going to be warm. It's great for RVs because it doesn't hold moisture. So if you like have a boat or an RV, a wool batting is a good material to use because it won't hold moisture. It won't hold moisture spores. It is heavier weight. But I personally do not put wool on my beds. So I guess I'm not a real long armor. According to that guy. I did have, what's the lightest? That's such a good question, Sunny, because I have done extensive research when I lived in Arizona for 4 years. So the lightest batting is a batting that's made by Quilter's Dream. I believe it's called the Select Weight. So what I like about Quilter's Dream when I lived in Arizona was they had weights of cotton battings. And Quilter's Dream had their summer weight. I believe it was called Select. It is the only one that I could stand to have on my bed outside of January and February in Arizona. It's great because it has some structural integrity to it. It gives your blanket, your quilt some structure, but it's not hot. So check out Quilter's Dream. I believe it's the lightest one, which I believe is called the Select one, or it could be called the Summer Weight. I can't remember which one because it's been a couple years since I've been back up here in the great Northwest tundra. So the heavier the better. Can I put a lamp in the dryer when it needs dusting? No. Sure you can, just unplug it first. It's funny. Will should be air dried, not dryer. Good to know. That's good to know. Request is the lightest. Thank you, George. That's right. Request, not select, Sunny. So look under Quilter's Dream, request, weight, not select, but request. Perfect. All right. See, I'm learning something too. So that was kind of all I have for you guys tonight was the thread. Oh, thanks, Ray. Apparently I have one more thing for you. So my darling daughter has been working on this for a while. This is our new class schedule. We just sent it out as our post for the day today. So in the opening here, we have virtual classes as well as in-person classes. Oh, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Raining here in Arizona today, but the sun's coming out. Of course, it's the desert. The weather will move through. So for those of you looking for some virtual classes, I have some Featherweight Spa Days coming up on March 19th and April 23rd. We're down to our last couple of seats at Quilt Camp. So if you're on the fence about Quilt Camp, this is the time to get on the list. And then some other in-person things here in Sandpoint, Idaho. Things are finally starting to get some traction and people are finally starting to know we're here. And so it's been a good couple weeks around the bridge here in Sandpoint. So I want to thank everybody for joining me, and I hope everybody is staying nice and warm, except for you Florida ladies. Apparently you have all of the beautiful weather. Everybody else is freezing their butts off. I will be back here on Friday for my sip and sew. I think I'm going to be finishing up my penguin quilts. I made a lot of progress over the weekend. Carolyn Soul says, did you know what acid they dip the featherweights in before you... I don't know what acid they dip the featherweights in before you paint them. Are you asking what when we were painting featherweights, what we chemically dipped it in? Or are you asking what they did at the factory? I'm not sure. Sunny says, good job on the brochure, woman. Beth says, we sell Quilter's Dream request at Quilter's Haven on Main Street in Hutchinson, Minnesota, and use exclusively for other samples. That's awesome. Oh, the shop does ship. Perfect. If you don't have that around you, you can check out Quilt Haven in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Perfect. Thank you, Becky. Oh, Jen is also, what we dip them in. So Jen also says it's in the 70s in Alabama. So there you go. I know where I need to go next week. So Carolyn, we use a chemical soap per Mr. McCullum's teachings. We use dishwasher pods in hot water overnight. That is what we chemically soak our featherweights in before we painted them. That is in his book, Featherweight and I. And we have it available on our website. To repaint them, my son is in a body shop. He's going to... Oh, there's a whole section in Mr. McCullum's manual that talks about stripping them down, what to take off of the machine, what to leave on the machine, and then how to do the chemical soak. So check it out on our website. It's called The Featherweight and I, Carolyn. All right. Oh, you want your 70s back. Are you freezing too, Miss Hager? All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You're welcome, Carolyn. Thanks for the question. I will see you guys at 4 o'clock Pacific right here on Facebook and YouTube. I can't wait to hang out with you. And we're going to work on my penguin quilt. It might be the last night because I am very close. I have all their little faces with 1,000,000 pieces made, and I'm just attaching the penguins' bodies to them now. Yay! I hope everybody has a good night. If you're in a freezing part of the country, I hope you stay warm. If you're in a nice part of the country, I hope you have a spare room. I'm coming for you.